Reddit fresh.
Am I the idiot for not putting my shirt back on? I, female 19, have been going to the gym consistently since February this year. I've lost 18 pounds so far, and while I still have 93 pounds before I reach my goal, I've already gained so much strength and confidence in my body. I'm 5 feet 7 inches and 255 pounds. I know I'm big, but I don't think it should really affect how I dress. I get sweaty at the gym, and the one thing worse than a sweaty bra is a shirt that sticks to you because of sweat. My gym also doesn't have air conditioning on a low enough temperature for me to avoid getting like this. For reference, my gym doesn't have a dress code. As a result, for most of my workouts, I've opted to just go in my bra and leggings or shorts. Today was chest and back, and I chose to wear my bra and shorts combo. No cleavage is showing, no underwear is peeking out above the shorts. It's what a lot of the other girls I've seen at the gym wear. I'm going through my workout, and by the time I get to the bench press, I notice some people in the corner giving me the side eye. I try to ignore them and turn up my music, but I can still see them just staring at me unhappily. I finish a set when one of the girls in the group approaches me and asks me to put on a shirt. She states that it's unsanitary. I say that I wipe down all the equipment before and after use. She says it doesn't matter and that I needed to be more polite to other gym members. At this point, I already knew she was most likely talking about not wanting to see my rolls. I get it, no one wants to see the fat person jiggle. I sat up and told her that I'm wearing almost the exact same thing as her friend in the corner. Her friend was also in a bra and shorts, and to tell me why she actually wanted me to put on a shirt. She got frustrated and said forget it before storming off. I got back to my workout and just finished it. I'm typing this in my car as I wonder if I could have handled it better or just compiled and put my shirt on. I'll be honest, I have scars from picking at my skin, stretch marks, and a very jiggly body. I know my body isn't the most flattering, but I don't believe it gives you the right to demand a person to cover up. Am I the idiot? Not the idiot. I often hear fat people need to get off the couch and go to the gym. But when they do, they get scorned for how their body looks, how they're working out, how they dress, how long or intensely they exercise, you name it, they hear comments about it. No wonder they stay on the couch. Keep going and keep telling people to pound sand when they make the mistake of assuming they are entitled to comment on your appearance in any way. Not the idiot, you wear what you want and what makes you comfortable. Screw anyone who doesn't like it, it's not their business. And good for you for having the confidence to see what makes you feel comfortable and for standing up for yourself. I'm a bigger lad and wished I had your guts. Well done. Now for the next story. Am I the idiot for telling my sister grieving her dog is not the same as me grieving my husband? To make a long story short, I lost my husband only a month ago. It's hard, I'm still grieving and I miss him every day. I have to take medication for depression and anxiety to help me get through the day. Last week, my sister's dog was put down due to some health issues and she was very upset, which is understandable. She called me as soon as it happened and said I was the only sibling who would understand her pain. I didn't mind, honestly. I just wanted to comfort her since her dog meant the world to her. She held a wake for him and our whole family attended. It was a nice service. But now, she's comparing our losses. Telling me she knows exactly what I'm going through. That she can relate to the pain of losing someone so close to you. She calls me asking if we should visit graves together. It was fine the first time, but it's constant. She goes 3 times a day. It's already difficult to go once a week for me, and she knows this. I feel like she's not even considering my own grief process. Anyway, I told her that grieving her dog is not the same as grieving my husband. She's upset and refusing to talk to me now. I get it, it was uncalled for really. But my loss is new to me too, and I guess I just got frustrated with how different we're dealing with our losses. I feel like she should understand where I'm coming from too. A dog is not the same as a husband. A dog can't love you back like a husband can. A dog can't read to your children like a husband can. A dog can't make soup when you're ill like a husband can. It's really hard for me right now to discern when I'm being condescending or not. If it's a side effect of my medication, or if the empathetic part of my brain has shut down. But I really am getting tired of her comparing our pain when she lost her dog and I lost my world. At the very least, she still has her husband. I have 2 young children at home, processing a loss unimaginable to most kids their age. And she's trying to whisk me away to graveyards to visit her dog. Am I the idiot? Update: there seems to be mixed opinions on this thread, which is fine. I guess people have different views on what asshole-ish behavior is. First of all, I appreciate all of your condolences. There are just simply too many to like and respond to, although I think I got to upvote most of them, that I have decided to add it to an update. This garnered far more attention than I expected to. In all honesty, I thought the first few comments were enough. Some of these comments cheered me up. There was a whole etymology lesson in here at some point. Secondly, I know where I went wrong. It's the whole reason for the post, after all, and I can see where my sister went wrong. I will have an honest conversation with her at some point, and we have spoken since the incident. But it was mostly to do with our mother's birthday. I think we're both just in a place where the wounds are too fresh. It doesn't help that as a big sister, I am normally always her rock, but this time, I was more like a deflated balloon dealing with so many other things on my mind. It's been a roller coaster this past month, and I think the graveyard visits were possibly more triggering than I realized at the time. I did want to be there for her initially, but it was just too much. It was never my intention to minimize anyone's pain of losing a pet. I went through a moment of selfishness where I thought she could not possibly understand my pain. I know losing a pet is a painful process for many people. I'm not really a pet person, so I guess that's where my lack of understanding comes from. But at the time, I did not think of it as insulting because I didn't mean to imply she shouldn't feel grief over a pet. I had meant it as she couldn't understand the continuous effects of losing your partner and co-parent. Something new always pops up that he would normally deal with: a plumbing issue, having to fix some shelves, the kids wanting to have a barbecue. I lack in so many things he could easily sort out, and it makes me feel like a horrible parent and wife, like I was burdening him with so much. I plan to explain all of this to her. I think she'll understand. We've been through worse, and we've made it out fine. I have faith that our relationship will only become stronger from this. I love her, and as much as I am her rock, she's mine. But in this one particular instance, perhaps it's safer for our relationship that we keep a distance. We're just too different when we grieve. It's not compatible. But that doesn't mean I don't care about what she's going through. Not the idiot. I am not going to be too mean to your sister, but she is being an idiot here. Not just because dogs live shorter lives than humans, so it is more expected. Not just that, no matter how much we love animals, humans other animals, but also because you can't necessarily compare grief in the first place. Some people are comforted by sharing similar experiences, some people find it pushy, and if you start doing that and the other person doesn't like it, you stop. Not the idiot. I've had people insinuate the same to me regarding the loss of my wife. It's so incredibly disrespectful to me, and whilst I appreciate pets are a key part of many people's family, we have 2 dogs, it is in no way the same. My son lost his mother before he could even speak. A literal lifetime of potential memories and experiences vanished, and you think that's the same as a freaking dog? It makes me angry. Your sister is displaying some outright crazy expression of grief to me, and you do not have to entertain it in the slightest. I'd be putting my foot down hard TBH, but that's me. Now for the next story. Would I be the idiot for not attending my brother's birthday party because I can't bring my dog? I, female 28, have a 3-year-old German Shepherd, Lou, who is the sweetest dog I've ever met. She's very cuddly and loving once she's gotten used to you. However, she was abused as a puppy and has separation anxiety. Edit. We've been working with a professional trainer and she's been making improvements, but currently, leaving her home alone for more than an hour simply isn't possible. Edit. And my brother lives 45 minutes away. It's hard to gain her trust, so getting someone to watch her on short notice is nearly impossible. The last time I visited my brother, 39M, his wife, female 42, stepped on Lou's tail and quite obviously, it hurt. She didn't bite or even try to do so, but she barked quite loudly before running to hide behind me. I asked my sister-in-law whether she was all right, and she said she was, so I didn't think anything else of it. After all, she'd known Lou for almost 2 years before the incident. But when my brother invited me to his birthday party next weekend, he told me to leave Lou at home, and when I asked for the reason, he told me sister-in-law thought she was too aggressive to be around the guests. She isn't, but it's their house, their rules, and I want to respect her wishes, so I simply called my usual dog sitter, who told me that unfortunately they weren't available. Anyone else who has watched Lou in the past will also be at my brother's party, so I don't have anyone to watch her. I told my brother I could either A, bring Lou and keep her on leash at all times, or B, take Lou with me and take turns with my mom walking her around the neighbors so I could be able to stay a bit without his wife having to face my dog, or C, come over, with Lou in the car, to congratulate him and bring over his present but leave shortly afterwards, as I don't want her to be alone in the car for more than 15 minutes. He told me that he didn't like any of these options because his wife didn't want my aggressive dog on their property, in their driveway, or in the neighborhood in general. I apologized and told him if that was the case, I wouldn't be able to come at all. He has told me he's disappointed, but especially my sister-in-law has been bombarding me with texts about how I was selfish for putting my dog before my brother, and that I was an of a sister to do that to him on his 40th birthday. I think I have proposed reasonable enough compromises, and because all of them were declined, I don't see what other options I have left except for staying home, but in the end, I'd still like to hear the opinions of unbiased internet strangers to be sure. No idiots here. Your dog is preventing you from attending some social event. If that is how you want your life to be, then it's only up to you. Sucks for your friends and family, but that's your decision. You cannot be forced to abandon your pet, but you cannot force people to be around him. No idiots here. If they don't like any of the options you gave them, they shouldn't expect you to attend. Not wanting the dog in their neighborhood is a bit over the top. I know you love your dog. But if you can't leave it alone for over an hour, that's a big problem. You are making your life revolve around the dog. Pets should add to your life, not take things and people away from it. Please get help from a trainer to help your dog overcome its separation anxiety. Now for the next story. Am I the idiot for being upset with the clothes my granddaughter wore on her way out of the maternity ward? I know it sounds silly, but I would like an outside opinion and accept any judgment. I have 4 children and 5 grandchildren. For all of my grandchildren, I made knitted clothes and hats for them to come out of the maternity ward. It started with my first grandchild, and all the ones that followed, my kids asked me to do it. It is customary in my country for clothes to be a certain color to represent something good, health, peace, and protection. I don't do it professionally and I work, so it's something I do in my spare time, and it takes months because I do it with all the love and care. Nor do I force my children to accept it. Most asked right after they announced the pregnancy if I can make the clothes. My oldest daughter, I'll call Pam, announced that she was pregnant and asked me to make it for her daughter. We found out later. Clearly I did. She chose the color red, and honestly, it was one of the prettiest jobs I've ever done, and finished within 7 months of her pregnancy. She gave birth about 20 days ago. My granddaughter was born healthy, perfect, and bright. I was heartbroken on the way out of the maternity ward when I found out that my granddaughter would not wear the clothes I made, but one that Pam got from her in-laws from a very expensive brand, like Gucci. I didn't say anything to her, but in a conversation with my son I just vented that I was heartbroken about it and that I wouldn't have any problems if she didn't ask, and I didn't do it in the sense of exposing my daughter or anything, but just after my son insisted on me talking because he realized that I was a little down. The word spread among my children until it reached Pam in the form of a scolding for someone else. She called me angrily, saying that she didn't believe I was jealous of the clothes that her daughter could wear at any time, but that I decided to make this moment about me and not celebrate my granddaughter's life. I'm lost. I'm just heartbroken that I've been making something so lovingly for months for a specific moment and not been told at any point that she wouldn't use it. My family is divided, some criticizing me and others on my side. Am I the idiot? Yes, she asked for this. I'll give the context better and leave it to you. I stayed with her through delivery and the following 2 weeks. At their request, because my daughter was in pain from the C-section and my son-in-law was taking care of my granddaughter's paperwork, I put the clothes on her. There was a baby suitcase with the sets separated into packages and a label for what they were for. There was only one to leave the maternity ward, and there was that clothes and nothing else. I even took a look at the suitcase and asked if it was that package. She confirmed that it was what had these clothes. And no, I didn't comment on anything while I was there, because she was really stressed, tired, and didn't need a comment like this. I didn't comment with her, and I just commented with my son, because it was an extremely personal thing with no intention of reaching Pam, but the word spread. Not the idiot. Everyone saying there's still time to wear the outfit is missing the point. The outfit was for a specific event. If you had been asked to make a prom dress and spent hours and hours of your free time making it, only for your daughter to wear a different dress to prom, no one would say she can still wear it since another time. Similar situation here. While I agree that it would have been better that this news didn't get to her from a third party, it's understandable you aren't as comfortable speaking with your daughter-in-law as you are your son. This is how my family works. Most often, my in-laws speak to my wife and my family speaks to me about issues. Not the idiot. If it's been a tradition that a baby wears this when leaving the hospital, mom shouldn't have asked you to make the outfit if she had no intention of following the tradition. If she hadn't asked you to do it, then that's different. If you liked this video, you'll probably like these too. Also, while you're here, please consider subscribing. It's your support that keeps this channel alive and allows me to make better and longer videos. Have a great day.